regarding the situation with Ukrainian refugees, earlier in the year you were adamant about the fact that we were not going to put a cap on the amount of Ukrainians that we let into the country. And at the time, Deputy Carol Nolan questioned the wisdom of this, and you were very forceful in objecting to her objections, saying that she was wrong. You said that she was threatening to undermine social cohesion. I believe that was the wording used. So my question is, now that your government colleague, Minister Darragh O'Brien, is saying that he can't guarantee that refugees won't be sleeping in the streets because of lack of accommodation, do you not think that you were wrong in hindsight?
No, I wasn't wrong. I say that people are entitled to have different views. We've accommodated well over 50,000 of our friends from Ukraine who are fleeing a brutal war that was nothing to do with them. And we have international obligations to provide safe shelter and harbour for people fleeing persecution. And we'll continue to do that as a country. Yes, there are pressures, and there have been pressures through the summer as well in relation to the provision of accommodation. But we work as a collective in government to be able to address those issues. We've stood up additional emergency rest centres through the local authorities, bringing forward further buildings that are refurbished in that. I do not envisage a situation where Ireland would close its doors to persecuted people.
But even if there's nowhere to put those people?
We're working on that, and our job as a government, I think we've done it quite well over the last couple of years, if I could say, in relation to managing pressures through COVID, dealing with challenges as they arise, and being able to overcome those challenges.
But will that give much solace to people if they end up coming to a country for safe harbour and there's nowhere to put them?
Put it this way, if you look right the way across Europe, there are many other countries under severe pressure as well with regard to the war. What I can assure people is that as a government we will do our absolute level best to provide safe and secure accommodation, be that on a temporary basis for people, and we'll continue to do that. Government are meeting on Monday in the Cabinet Subcommittee on Ukraine, which I'm part of as well, chaired by the Taoiseach, and we'll be looking through other options as to how we can do it. But look at what's happening in Ukraine right now. You have a dictator in Russia who's actually, bombing civilian infrastructure, who's taken out 30% of the electricity generation in that country, who's threatening, to bomb other infrastructure such as dams and that as well. So we could very well have a situation where, unfortunately, this war is getting worse. But what I would say to you is, I think anyone who looks at how we have been able to respond since March this year as a country to be able to accommodate over 50,000 people who have come in from Ukraine through using all of the levers of government to do that, I think has been very important. We have another 15,000 people or so who are fleeing persecution and seeking international protection as well, and that has been a significant increase on previous years.
But is it ethical to promise people safe harbour that we are being told by your own government that we can't provide and we don't have anywhere to put them?
I understand the question, but I would say to you this: if someone's sitting in a basement in Kherson or in a train station in Kiev and is being bombed from above by kamikaze drones, by heavy artillery, or being attacked by Russian forces, I think that the situation that they will find here in Ireland will be greatly better than that. And we will, and there are challenges. No one ever said that this was going to be easy. But as a country, we're right to provide that assistance, that security for them. We know very well as a people through our own history what it's like to be persecuted and have to flee our country. And Irish people want to support, and in the main do want to support, the people who are fleeing persecution and war, and provide whatever accommodation and help we can. Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you so much.